And what they realized is that using violence in the situations they operate in is not only less humane, but it's less effective than using methods that connect people with people, that rebuild. And I think that the US military is finally beginning to get this. Up to now, their counter-terrorism policy has been to kill insurgents at almost any cost. And if civilians get in the way, that's written as collateral damage. And this is so infuriating and humiliating for the population of Afghanistan that it makes recruitment for Al-Qaeda very easy when people are so disgusted by, for example, the burning of the Quran. So the training of the troops has to change. And I think there are signs that it is beginning to change. The British military have always been much better at this. But there's one magnificent example for them to take their cue from, and that's a brilliant US Lieutenant Colonel called Chris Hughes. And he was leading his men down the streets of Najaf in Iraq, actually. And suddenly, people were pouring out of the houses on either side of the road, screaming, yelling, furiously angry, and surrounded these very young troops who were completely terrified, didn't know what was going on, couldn't speak Arabic. And Chris Hughes strode into the middle of the throng with his weapon above his head, pointing at the ground, and he said, "Kneel." And these huge soldiers with their backpacks and their body armor wobbled to the ground. And complete silence fell. And after about 2 minutes, everybody moved aside and went home. And my heroine here, like Satish, is Aung San Suu Kyi in Burma. She was leading a group of students on a protest in the streets of Rangoon. They came around a corner faced with a row of machine guns. And she realized straight away that the soldiers, with their fingers shaking on the triggers, were more scared than the student protesters behind her. But she told the students to sit down. And she walked forward with such calm and such clarity and such total lack of fear that she could walk right up to the first gun, put her hand on it, and lower it. And no one got killed.